Hi, this is Larry Pavat, and if you're reading this, one of your kiddos is one of my kiddos. This year I have two sections of psychology, one section of government, one section of economics. Those will flip flop. One section of Avid 12 and one section of Avid 9. These psychology classes are being conducted on Edgenuity. That's www.edgenuity.com. From the second 6 weeks on, that will be all of their content. During our video meets, we check in. They ask me questions about what's going on. I help them with setup. I can open up tests or move them along if they need to. But that is, the content is on Edgenuity. Their ID number, or their, if you want to log on to Edgenuity and see how they're doing, their user ID is their ID number with the letters APS after it, and their password is their ID number. I'm hopeful that second semester we will be live and we'll go back to something slightly different for that class, but for now, to get them the content they need, since we don't have textbooks in that, we're going with Edgenuity. So that is first and second period of psychology. Third period is government this semester. Next semester it will be economics. This class was designed from the start to be a distance learning class. It is on Apex. Their ID number on Apex should be, or their user ID should be, I think there's only one or two exceptions, their student ID, and they will have to tell you what their password is if you want to get on and see how they're doing. I will try this semester to update every 6 weeks, but the content is all on Apex. It's not cumulative, so if they haven't gotten started well and they don't get a good first 6 week grade, that doesn't sink them. The grade at the end is based on their grade for the content of the course. So they can fail the first 6 weeks and get an A by the end of the course. Conversely, if you're on Apex, you have to finish, because it's a distance ed credit. You have to finish the entire block of Apex credit, all 8 units for government. So if you did 6 units and you had an A average on what you'd done, but the semester ended and you did not finish units 7 and 8, you would not get credit for the class. That's the way the DE is scheduled. So we have to keep it going. And again, they can be working on it anytime. I'm available by email. They email me either through the class, or you can email me direct at pavat, P-A-V-A-T-T, at aps.edu. I tell them all the time I do not live with my phone surgically implanted in me the way they do. However, I usually can answer those, unless I'm up in the mountains where I've got no signal for 2 days. I usually will answer them within an hour of them getting to me, and I'll open tests. The tests don't stay open all that long, but I'll open them up and they can move on, or I'll reset one if they failed it, and we can fix that. I truly want your kids to succeed at this, so I'm willing to do whatever we need to do to get them motivated and going. The 5th period economics class is the same, except it's econ this semester, government next semester. It is an Apex class, so again, they must finish the entire class to get credit for passing economics, because it's listed as economics DE. Even if something miraculous happened and we were allowed back into school next week, all of the content on those classes is on Apex. That is by design. If they haven't had an honors or an AP class, they need to have a distance ed class in order to qualify to graduate. So that's why those classes exist. The Avid classes are both taught at the same time, 4th period. Avid 9, Avid 12. That is not ideal, but we didn't get a chance to recruit in the spring last year because we were virtual in spring, and People hadn't figured out how to let me do virtual visits, or I hadn't figured out how to do virtual visits to recruit for the Avid 9 class. But Avid is a college preparatory class designed to be a support for their academics and not a drain on their academics. There won't be a huge amount of homework in Avid. Most of the homework will be a TRF, which is a form they fill out where they identify a problem they're having in another class, so we can talk about it in our tutorial structures on Tuesdays. Again, my email is pavat, P-A-V-A-T-T, at aps.edu. I will do my best to respond quickly, and I will help in any way that I can. Our Google Meets are all of those are set up on the classrooms that the Google Classrooms that we have. Our schedule is changing as of the 21st, when I guess you'll be reading this, and my new office hours will be from 12:15 to 1 Tuesday through Friday, from 12:15 to 1 Tuesday through Friday. So there's a link. Your kids can show you that. It's a public link. Anybody can get on there. That means I will have my video call open, and you can come and see my sad, sad face either in my office or in my living room, and I will be happy to help you in the best way that I can. In 24 years of teaching, this is the weirdest year I've ever had, but your kids are doing pretty well with it, and together we're going to get through. So thank you, and again, if you need me, please don't hesitate to email. Have a wonderful evening.